We're live talking about listing optimization and how to get more bookings, make more money, get better reviews, all that. Let me stand up. This is going to be a good one. I got a great couple examples I'm going to share with you guys. If you're a short-term rental host and wanting to get more bookings, luckily we just came out of slow season, so shouldn't really be an issue now. All the metrics are trending up in most markets. But we're going to essentially be showing you how to get more bookings heading into peak season. So appreciate everybody rocking with me today. Drop your comments if you have any specific questions as I'm going through this. So just kind of a reminder, with the office hours, it's more of like a weekly training Friday at 1 o'clock. I kind of want to do something in person at some point, but we'll see. Hang tight on that one. And then Wednesday at 6 o'clock, we're doing more of a Q&A, getting your questions answered live. So appreciate everybody for jumping in. Let's get right into it. So I get so often the question of, why am I not getting booked? Why is my Airbnb staying vacant when it seems like everybody else's, or even a couple years ago, every weekend was booked? So I would probably say the biggest complaint about Airbnb. Everybody says Airbnb is dead. The normal 2021 Airbnb, where you could just throw up anything and not care about furnishing or design, yes, those are dead. And the bar continues to get raised. I'm going to teach you today with how to continue to raise those things, and a couple easy, like low-hanging fruits to get bookings like immediately. If you've been following me on Instagram, we took a listing that hadn't been booked in 6 months, and we got 4 reservations in like 4 days. And they're probably going to finish March at like 60% occupancy, which is ridiculous, but it's not that difficult. And I'm going to dumb it down and show you exactly some tactics today and strategies for you that you can actually go ahead and rock with it today. All right. So the first one, let me share my screen for some visuals. Hopefully everybody can see this. So this is just this is one of our listings in South Charlotte that just crushes. But having a sweet hero photo. So a hero photo is just the top photo that you like, the first one that everybody sees. So this one right here is our hero photo. This exterior one. It is a super secluded property out kind of in the middle of nowhere, but right across the street from like everything you need. It's a really unique photo. This one, if I had to do it again, I would probably get like a drone photo. This property's been listed for, I don't know, maybe 3 years with us, something like that. So a ton of history, ton of reviews, and it stays booked. I'd probably say this one's like 90% occupied. It's a unique spot near South Park, if anybody's listening from here. So I would, doing it again, I would probably get like a drone shot of how secluded it is, but also have one that has like, okay, this part of town is right next door, which makes it super unique. So this one being the like number one hero photo, this is probably the most important thing. I've seen a lot of other hosts and gurus like saying to shuffle them around. We do that on occasion, but typically I like the exterior photo, maybe some drone footage. Another good one. Let me actually. This is another fairly good one that I like. This first one right here. This is a lakefront property with a ton of amenities, game rooms. We flip-flop between like this overlooking one or the picture of the house, which, I mean, this house is a beast. It's a monster. But that right there, once again, just kind of like, whoa, that thing is sweet. So having the hero photo, let me see if I can grab another couple ones that I really like. Let me see if there's one that would be a really, really good example. And also one thing to think about heading into summer season with warmer weather, the mentality of guests are they're trying to if they're booking these places, typically they want some outdoor amenities because we're in winter, you're like hot tub, indoor game room, like cozy fireplace. Those are the vibes that you want to give off. But in summer season, you're like, okay, outdoor pool, fire pit, pickleball courts, like anything to do outdoor. We're actually switching majority of our hero photos from those like indoor amenities, like winter amenities, to those outdoor amenities. So definitely something to think about as we kind of get into to peak season. Let's see. Now, if you don't have any of these outdoor amenities, that's obviously a very common thing. If you don't have them, just do like the living room. Like this one right here. Let me kind of share this one. So this one right here. There is some outdoor amenities with this place. But the indoor it's a higher end place in a great part of town. We flip flop between these two photos, just to kind of give you an idea. Even this kitchen photo is really nice. We do have some outdoor amenities, but this one is more. We've just seen better traction with these, with the ones. This living room photo right here. It's just like wide. It's open. You got a huge TV here. Over to the left, there's another huge couch. It's just a really good area to entertain. You can actually see it from this angle, but the other angle is a little bit better. That one actually would probably do pretty well as. And then this kitchen's also a beast. So new, updated, overlooks the dining room over here to the right. Living room's over there. Nice fridge. So those are. Obviously the property needs to be nice, but picking that like one hero photo is really important. There is some outdoor amenities here. Let me see if I can find them real quick. Are they tagged? Yeah, I think there's a fire pit. Yeah, a little small fire pit. We have some like cornhole dartboards over here. But this doesn't photograph that well like the indoor does. So we split tested these for months, and it turns out the indoor amenities actually did perform a little bit better. So that is the most important thing. I was on a consulting call last night with a guy that was not getting booked. It was somewhere in New York, I believe, Syracuse actually, but the first thing that I noticed was like, oh, this hero photo, it was a picture of a bedroom, which was a really cool bedroom, but the photo of the living room had like these huge open windows, a ton of natural light. Like it just made me stop and be like, that one, that's it. Like overlook the kitchen. The place was sick. So I was like, switch that right now. Hopefully it works. I don't really know because it just happened last night, but I'll report back with if that change made any difference. So hero photo number one. Number two tip is to make sure, man, I feel like I've been preaching about this a lot, but hopefully somebody has never heard me talk about this, but pricing, making sure your pricing is in line, and specifically like your cleaning, your fees, your additional fees. So like cleaning fee, pet fee, any management fee, any linen fee, like resort fee, all these like fee crazy things, making sure those are in line with what other people are doing. And I'll show you exactly how to find that out. Let me share my screen again. So this right here, if you never heard me talk about it, Price Labs is a dynamic pricing software. Completely worth it. Completely worth the investment. But within here, it takes a little work to get everything set up and picking your comps. But if you go down here, scroll all the way down to the very bottom, there's a ton of data in here. But the cleaning fees, this is where you can actually get a peek behind what other people are doing. You can do it manually and just, kind of creep on all of your competitors and see what their cleaning fee is. But this just summarizes it into one graph. So what I like about this is it shows what percentage of listing, what their cleaning fee is, and then of those listings, how many reservations were booked under those reservations. So this right here, this is the last 30 days. So obviously this changes, but I can see the two biggest graphs here is for the listings that got booked, so 22% of bookings booked it on these with a $134 cleaning fee to a $150 cleaning fee. The other big chunk is here. This is about 20% of the bookings happened on properties that had a $185 cleaning fee to $201 cleaning fee. Honestly, this property has a cleaning fee of like $225. But if you kind of go into here, if you get to this, you can tell we're on the kind of upper end of this range. Now there is a decent amount that have, 270 plus cleaning fee here, but it's only 10% of the listings and only 15% of the bookings came in. So most of our properties, and this one right here, I individually own. So I want to be competitive. I would rather get a booking and lose $20 on a cleaning fee versus not getting the booking whatsoever and being, $300 cleaning fee or $250 or whatever, and just being astronomically high on that cleaning fee. Guest hate fees, obviously, as you guys probably know, but I would probably get somewhere in here. I think this property, I think the cleaning fee is like $225. I think we charge maybe like $200, $210, somewhere in here. Just kind of like eyeballing it, try to get into the most competitive sets. While I'm here, another really important thing is, I didn't have this written down, but honestly, all of these are important. But I think the number of guests. So we had a new client that we're handling just their price labs for them under our revenue management module. But we had a client come in and say, hey, I'm not getting booked. I don't really know what's going on. Can you help us get booked? Help us make more money. We're like, okay, great. One of the first things that we found was this property. This is not a good graph, but this property was only hosting 4 guests. It was a 3-bedroom, and he had the listing set up to only host 4 guests. I don't know how long it's been like that, but I came in here and looked at this graph right here, and it was like 40-50% of the reservations that were coming in were like 6+ guest reservations. So I was like, no wonder, like, you only allow 4 people in the listing, but 50% of the bookings happen at properties that have 6 guests. So it was a no-brainer. He was able to up it from 4 guests to 8 guests. It turns out it was a mistake. He just had no idea that it was like that. And then we started that property started to pick up even in the last couple of weeks. I think it was maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago we found that. But all these little things could be hindering you from the guests just skipping over your property, or you not even showing up whenever they're looking for your property and booking your place. So that is a really, really big one. A really, honestly, an easy one. A market like setting up price labs, you can have it done in 30 minutes, pretty easy. Obviously, if you want to like hire us to do it, we will take care of that for you. But making sure you're in line with what the market is doing. Another example is the nightly rate. Like if you're priced at, say, $300 and everybody else is getting booked at $200, chances are most of the guests, unless you offer something super, super unique at the $300 range, most guests are going to go with a more competitive pricing. Now, if the $200 a night people don't have a pool and hot tub, and you do have a pool and hot tub, completely different story. That warrants that upcharge there. So definitely make sure you're comparing apples to apples. Another thing related to pricing that'll help you get more booked is pets. One, do you allow pets? And then what do you charge for your pet fee? A crazy stat that I heard a couple years ago was like 33% of travelers, a third of travelers travel with pets, which is just absurd. I didn't believe it to begin with, but a third of guests travel with pets. So making sure you approve pets and have your listing set up to accept pets is you just automatically pertain to 33% more audience. the consulting call that I had last night, he thought he had pets set up, but it turns out the listing did not have pets set up. So immediately it was like, okay, we looked at the comp set and what everybody else was doing. It was like maybe 70% of all the other properties in his area were allowing pets. So you kind of you're kind of forced to compete, right? So we had turned pets on, which he was cool with, not a big deal. But the next question was, okay, how much do I charge for pets? Unfortunately, you have to go one by one into the comp set. I'll share again. You can do this in Price Labs. You can do it in Airbnb as well. So and I'll kind of fly through here just for training purposes. You can toggle on pets allowed. And then you can scroll over. So a 1 is like, yes, pets allowed. I don't know if you'll see that, but you can go here and like actually pull up the listing. So this person allows pets. We just don't know what the price is yet. So 2 nights, 718. So this one is one of the lower ones in the clean EV, like I mentioned earlier. But let's see, 718. I'm gonna have to do math on the fly, which I'm not good with. $718. Okay, let me just make sure. So this person does, it looks like, does not charge for pets. Yeah, so still $718. So recently they started lumping the pet price into your accommodation fare, at least on Airbnb, a couple weeks ago. So I don't know if you guys know that, but that's a new recent change. So this one actually does not charge for pets, which is interesting. I like charging a pet fee. All right, let's see what this one does. All right, 135. So the other one is like $350 a night. So they're probably baking in that pet fee cost into their accommodation fare. This one looks like a little bit more of a budget spot. So 405. Let's see what this goes up to. So this one doesn't either. Interesting. Just make sure. Yeah, no pet fee there either. Okay, interesting. Let's see if we can find pet fee. Interesting. Probably like a midterm rental. 1,300. Okay, there we go. Boom. So you saw it go from, let me kind of retrace this. 1,300 right here, and you can actually see the per night price change up there, but I think it's a little easier to calculate here. So 1,300 to 1,425. So this host is charging what, $125 per pet. Typically we're at like 150, something like that, but we get a lot of these like week, two week stays. So a little bit more wear and tear versus just, properties that get booked, maybe 2 to 3 nights per week. So, all right. Appreciate everybody for sticking with me during those. So pet fee is a huge lever to pull if you want to get more bookings. Obviously, I get it. With pets, you're worried about little Lola or Charlie or whoever like chewing stuff up. That is a natural concern. We have insurance that'll cover pets, but that is 100% a common thing to think about. Almost all of our clients are like, "What do you think?" I love the upside of applying to 33% more travelers, but I also understand the downside of allowing pets. It's honestly, it's our problem to fix, the manager's problem, not really the owner. And then, all right, so the fourth one, the last one, which I think it's the easiest thing to do of all of these, is check every amenity box that you have. It sounds so rudimental, but adding the amenity box is just it's so easy and so important to do. What I mean by amenity box, I'll kind of share. Let me find a good example. All right, so here on the listing, once again, I'm flying around on you. I apologize, but every single amenity box, and then on here, you can see how many amenities are checked. Usually, I'm like 50 to 70 is usually most places. If you've got like 20 to 30, you're probably missing a couple of the amenities that are just easy to get. Like wine glasses. That's a Ethernet connection. Private entrance, private living room. Reading materials. Like if you have one book, you can check that one. I've seen some of those, like adding mosquito nets just to check that amenity box. It is a good strategy. Actually, our onboarding specialist recommended that, Kellen. So that is just a super easy one to really to check all the boxes and make more money and get more bookings. The more amenity boxes you can check, the more searches you show up in, more views you get, the more bookings you get. It's a win-win. It's easy. That one take 2 minutes. Go through your listings. All right, that wraps up office hours. Appreciate everybody for watching. If you're watching on the replay, thank you as well. Let's crush it this weekend and have a good weekend.